Hidden Golem Games.
Alrighty, we are back with our high-powered, extra fun bit of Magic the Gathering, a Vintage Cube elimination draft here on MTGO. Couple good first picks here. Not sure what I really want. There's Dismember, Urza, Mishra's Workshop are the three best. It's not Mishra's Workshop. I don't love that as a first pick. Urza is really good, but Dismember being able to go into any direction and knowing we're basically, if we take Urza, we know we're passing Workshop and Thopter Foundry. So I don't feel confident about trying to go in an artifacts direction. Like I still definitely could, but I feel much better about taking Dismember and just being so wildly open. Right? Like here I now have a couple good picks. There's Underworld Breach, great card. Not super high on my tier list of cards I like to pick. It's just not the style of deck I draft, but the card does rule. Barrowgoyf, I think, is the next best card by a lot. Barrowgoyf is incredible. People put this card a little too low in their pick order, I feel. People are so big on Pyrogoyf, they're so big on Psychic Frog, and Barrowgoyf is kind of right there up with them. Its ability to gain card advantage, to fill up the bin, and scale itself. As just a Death Touch lifelinker, it can totally stabilize a board. It's just an incredible Magic card. So it's really what direction do I want to go in? Do I want to take Breach and try to be like doing shenanigans with that, or do I want to take Barrowgoyf and stick to my usual things? And I'm gonna pass Breach and just be on the lookout for hating pieces of it. Again, with it being an elimination draft, I'm playing against the people that I'm drafting with. It's not like a league, so I can actively try to sort of sabotage people around me. There's Wheel of Fortune. That's a little bit of a shame. It would have been good to take Breach there. I still think I'm gonna take Wheel here. Nothing else is really close to it, and who knows? People are crazy. Maybe we get Breach back. We shouldn't, but take Wheel. There's Vindicate. I'm a big Vindicate fan. There's Lelia. Good card. Steam Vents is good, but nothing else that's super eye-catching here. Take that, and now Badlands is calling my name. Shieldred is good. Inspiring Vantage is a good card to have, like just having white-red lands, but I don't have any white to play yet. And Wheel of Fortune isn't like a... It's a good card, but it's not a card I want to play 100% of the time. It's not like Barrowgoyf where I'm like, unless something crazy happens, I want to be playing this, right? So I'm going to take Badlands just to support Barrowgoyf. And hopefully Wheel of Fortune be able to make something work there. And this is a pretty strong pick. I mean, again, the Wheel of Fortune, if I swap Barrowgoyf out for an Underworld Breach here, I probably wouldn't have taken Badlands there then. So I'd have Wheel of Fortune, Underworld Breach, Dismember. And I'm not sure to take it out of that pack, but that would be a very strong start as well. If I knew I was going to get Wheel of Fortune pick 3, I probably would take Breach. And that's part of the reason to take Breach. It's got a big like ceiling for payoff. But the consistency of, like, from a drafting perspective of a card like Barrowgoyf is just so good. See, and now here I'm going to take Mana Leak. And we have some inroads to just Grixis shenanigans in general, Grixis wheels, if we pick up like Bowmasters, Hull Breacher, that sort of thing. Maybe get back Corey Steelcutter, Dragon's Rage Channeler, Third Path can all be sort of good in this type of deck. But yeah, Mana Leak's so good. And the next best card here from what I've drafted would be like Corey Steelcutter or Dragon's Rage. And just Mana Leak's so far above them that the opportunity cost for drafting Mana Leak over them is not... You're not losing out a lot. And now we have Frantic Search. See, that's real unfortunate. Maybe I take Frantic Search and just be like, hope for the crazy world where Underworld Breach comes back. Yeah, I've take Barrowgoyf out of this and have Frantic Search, Wheel of Fortune, Mana Leak, Underworld Breach. That's a crazy start to a deck. So, yeah, we definitely missed out there. I think I'm still going to take it. Again, nothing else here. Infernal Grasp is quite good. But I'm going to take Frantic Search and just see if I can do something crazy. Yeah, that pack, my first pack was strong. It had some strong cards in it, but not my first pack, sorry. This second pack there. Ooh, okay. Hold that thought. Mind Twist versus Nethergoyf. So Nethergoyf is quite good with Barrowgoyf. Again, you get to sort of go in that direction. And with red in your deck, you can play Pyrogoyf, and that's great, having multiple Goyfs in your deck. But so far, this deck is looking to maybe play a little bit more of a mid-rangey game plan. Mana Leak, Dismember, Barrowgoyf, ignoring these two cards, right? And Mind Twist is really good there. So that's what I lean towards. It's also taking Malcolm. Malcolm is really good. I tend to be lower on Malcolm than I should be. And then I always am like, man, a Malcolm would just be kicking ass right here. So maybe I should try that. But I like Mind Twist enough that I'm going to take it and see if I can get some good stuff out of that. And then here there's Watergrave, Doomsday, Thoracle. Headliner Scarlet is great. But with having all this good blue and having a Barrowgoyf and Dismember and a Mind Twist, I'm going to take Watergrave. Take Watergrave, passing good red, good Azorius, and then Thoracle can be good, but Thoracle and Doomsday being in the same pack. Again, this is the Moto Cube, so no consultation, no the other one, the 2-drop one. So none of those. So it goes down a bit. Harvester of Misery here, I actually am not against. I drafted a Harvester deck the other day. The video went up yesterday. You've seen it if you watch my stuff. And this card really impressed me. So I'm actually going to take Harvester here over Otawara and see what we can see. Paradoxical Outcome, Urborg, Celestial Colonnade. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Urborg. So probably not playing Frantic Surge because Underworld Breach didn't come back. Shocker. Yeah, I'll take Urborg. It's good with Dismember. It's good with some of the other things you can get. Corsair Revenant, Thought Scour, Treachery. I've been disappointed with Corsair Revenant, although this is a deck where, like, this type of deck is something where I think can perform decently. Thought Scour is good. It's funny, because I would like Barrowgoyf and Corsair Revenant's a little bit of a combo, but Thought Scour also combos with that. I'm going to take Thought Scour, though, just with Barrowgoyf. The chance we get Nethergoyf back here. There's a lot of good reasons to have it. And now I'm going to take Voldaren Epicure. My reason for that is 1-drops are good. I don't have a lot of aggressive 1-drops. I have a reactive 1-drop. I don't have a lot of proactive 1-drops. Thought Scour kind of is proactive. I really don't like Chainsaw. Do I want to hate Sunfall, or do I want... I'll hate Witherbloom Apprentice. We get an Infernal Grasp back for free. And Voldaren Epicure also sets up... I could actually play Stormchaser's Talent. I probably won't, but I could. Voldaren Epicure sets up a lot of good things like Gut and Broadside Bombardiers really effectively. Let's see. No power. That's unfortunate. Imperial Seal, Brainstorm, Night's Whisper, Underground Sea. Those all are things. So I could take Imperial Seal to spec for Metamorphosis Fanatic and also some more combo-y things. I could take Underground Sea as just some more redundancy in my fixing. I do like that. Brainstorm, Preordain. I'm not going to take a cantrip here. I just think the other two choices are so much better. Night's Whisper's fine. I would take Preordain over Night's Whisper. So it's really, do I want the ability to get some pop-off potential, or do I just want to like reinforce the consistency of my blue in this deck? Because right now we're majority black, right? And that's a tricky one. I do feel tempted to take Imperial Seal, but I'm going to take Underground Sea here. I think just having a really consistent mana base is so good. And also taking Fixing in a spot like this, where you've taken both the untapped blue-black lands, you can force people to have to take Fixing. This is a very common color combination, right? People play blue-black a lot in Cube. So taking Underground Sea, taking Watery Grave, both of them means other people are sort of priced into taking something like Undercity Sewers instead of taking Vamp Tutor, which is going to be my pick here. There's Ponder, which I really enjoy. There's True Name, but we just talked about the power of the tutors to the top of the deck, and Vamp Tutor is so much better than Imperial Seal. Lets you hold up something like Mana Leak, and if they don't play a thing, you Vamp Tutor for a good thing. Yeah, you Vamp Tutor for your target. That's what I was trying to say, not just a good thing. True Name would be cool to get back. I've been really liking True Name in Cube. They re-added it in this last big update, and it's just been performing excellently. Exhume's fine. It's not my favorite, but it can be really good, especially with something like Harvester. Ponder's good. Undercity Sewers is good. Leovold would be interesting to get back, although missing out on Bayou there makes that a little more unfortunate. But let's take the strongest card and see what we get next. Blood Crypt, Bone Shards. There's Vaultborn Tyrant. I don't really want to take Blood Crypt. I don't think that the black-red is that essential. Like, this deck could easily cut its red. It's Wheel of Fortune, Voldaire, and Epicure at the moment. Bone Shards doesn't feel my speed. There's Time Spiral as another draw 7 for, like, Bowmaster's Hullbreacher payoffs. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to take. And that makes Vamp Tutor a little more interesting. Yeah. Probably get back Dark Slit, Cryptic, or Blood Crypt. I can't imagine all three of those going with Vaultborn here, Oust here, Coalition Relic, Generous Plunderer. Also, people are big on Tersa. Oh, and Sunbaked Canyon. Yeah, Sunbaked Canyon's quite good. So, yeah, we'll take Time Spiral there. Ooh. And then here it's Snuff Out or Force, the battle of the free spells, right? Force Negation is so potent, especially in the sort of Time Spiral, Wheel of Fortune combo-y thing, where you're going for play Hullbreacher, then play a Wheel Effect, right? They can play a removal spell at instant speed. They can try to counter it, and so having free interaction, but Force Negation doesn't go off on your turn is the issue, so you can't protect your combo as easily. It's good for if they try to counter your Hullbreacher or something, but this is so much worse than a Force Wheel, which is why I'm going to take Snuff Out. I think Snuff Out is incredible. It's so just good at maintaining. I mean, actually, we've got Dismember, Vamp Tutor, and Infernal Grasp, but that's a lot of pain. I'm still going to take Snuff Out. I still think it's good enough. It just gives me so much consistency with my removal. Oh, and now here's Sedgemoor Witch for another sort of combo option with having this Vamp Tutor. Fairy Mastermind is good. I do often find myself being like, man, I wish I had Malcolm or Fairy Mastermind in this type of deck. But I am going to take Sedgemoor Witch, right? The other thing that's really beneficial about Fairy Mastermind and Malcolm is it lets you hold up like your Mana Leak type effect. And then if they like play around it, you still get value off that turn, right? So that's a big part of their benefit is they're priced similarly and come out in a similar pace. Now there's him, Overlord, Douthie. I'm not taking Trinket Mage here. There's also Avora. Avora is quite good, especially like Wheel of Fortune. That's quite potent. But I just don't think that I can afford for that to be the thing. Douthie Voidwalker is also quite good with Wheel. I'm going to take Douthie here. Take Douthie. There's 9 cards, 7 picks. Tundra goes. Trinket Mage goes. Overlord goes. Zagoth Triumph goes. Him goes. And then it's probably Avora and Intrepid. We'd probably get back Elvish Reclaimer and Orcish Lumberjack. But if someone's playing a green deck, one of those could go. Like a green aggro-ish deck. Or a lands combo deck. So there's a chance we get back Avora or Overlord or him. But I don't find it likely. Take that. Now there's Renin 6. Brazen Borrower. Ooh, I think I need to take Emperor of Bones here still. It's quite good with Harvester of Misery. It can be really good with... it's good with Barrowgoyf in general, because Barrowgoyf is filling up the bin. It's just a really potent card. Not a spot for Emrakul. Fabled Passage is also good here. I do kind of want to find a fetch land or two. Consider is solid. The other annoying thing about passing Renin 6 this direction, this late in the pack, is that next pack, that means that the person that takes it is really incentivized to take fetch lands, and if I'm looking for fetch lands, it makes it less likely for me to find them. But I'm still going to take Emperor of Bones here. I think it's so good. Okay, and here there's Ledger Shredder, which has the issue of not having flash, unlike the other two that I was talking about. There's Concealing Curtains, which always is so frustrating when I play against it, which I might want to take here. There's Spyglass Siren. Again, the red at the moment is still very cuttable. I'm not feeling like it's like we're locked in on playing red. Ledger Shredder is good. We don't have any payoffs for our discard at the moment, so I don't feel as good about that. I'm going to take Concealing Curtains. I just think that that's good enough here. And now there's Detective Phoenix, Brainstorm, Night's Whisper. I'm going to take... I don't have a lot of Shuffle, which does definitely drop Brainstorm down a notch. I don't have any Shuffle. Oh, I get Time Spiral, I guess, but that draws me a whole new hand anyway, so who cares? It's a little bit of a combo with Thought Scour. You can clear the top of your deck that way. And I have Vamp Tutor to clear the deck. Night's Whisper's fine. Detective Phoenix is fine. I'm going to take Brainstorm. I don't know 100% that I'll play it, but I do like that more. Okay, now, wow, there's a lot of cards here I'd like. I like True Name. I like Undersea Sewers. This is taking Leovold, and maybe that's 4-color without any fetches. I don't love that at the moment. I'd like just taking True Name more, I think. Exhum's also kind of good with Harvester, with stuff, but I'm going to take True Name. I already have two pieces of fixing various things. I could take Vaultborn in case I find Flash, or I could take Blood Crypt. So it's what do I think is a better thing for my deck? Do I speculate, or do I just try and up my mana's consistency? At the moment, I'm really not playing a lot of red. I'm going to take Vaultborn. I think the upside of finding Flash is so good. And here there's Blazemire or Creeping Tar Pit or Flood Pit's General. Wow, 3 cards that I would just like take. I do really like Blazemire Verge as just consistent, especially in a deck like this. Yeah, I'm going to take that over Creeping Tar Pit. I just think it's a little bit better. Oh, and here I've got 3 cards that I would play. I'm a little removal light, so I've got 3 pieces of removal, and I like to have about 5 in a deck like this. I guess I'm kind of at 4 with Harvester, so I'll take Baleful there. Overlord comes back. That's incredible. I should not have come back, I feel. Someone took Avora over Overlord. Like, someone valued that higher. Okay, here we can get Time Twister, and then we're really set up for if I find Hull Breacher or Narset or Bowmasters. If I don't, missing out on Remand sucks. So what's the over-under on that? I'm going to take Time Twister here. I just think the high end of that being the thing this deck does is so good. Again, we passed Leovold. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I should have taken Leovold over True Name and just been like, we have 2 draw 7s already. Let's do that. But one of them was red, so I was already going to be like forced into playing 4-color there. I don't know. I don't know if I made the right call there, but I'm going to take Time Twister here and really hope to find a payoff. This is unfortunate. This isn't a deck that uses Mana Drain excellently. There's Toxic Deluge. That's another really good pick. There's Ogo. Ogo is awesome. And there's like Palantir. Those are the cards I'm kind of interested in. But I'm going to take Mana Drain here. It's the best thing. And more counterspells in a deck like this is always welcome. Really hoping to find Fetches, Hull Breacher, Bowmasters, and Narset. Those are the 4 cards. One of them is a genre. Speaking of Narset, Strip Mine, my beloved. Shelldock, my beloathed. I don't hate Shelldock. I'm not very high on the card. But taking a Narset here with Wheel of Fortune, Time Twister, Time Spiral in deck, excellent. That's beautiful. That's exactly what we needed, and I am so pleased with that. I want to take Narset and just we have a game plan now. So right now this is 27 minus 5. So need like 1 more playable in. We've got some good stuff doing. There's Bloodstained Mire. The only thing I would take over a fetch right now. I mean, IOK's tempting, but I just need the fetch so bad. If Hull Breacher or Bowmasters in this pack, it would be a really hard choice, but I would end up taking Hull Breachers or Bowmaster. So we're gonna take Bloodstained Mire, maybe get back Relic of Sauron. That's kind of the only thing I really want. Maybe Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual could be decent for like the Mind Twist, the Sedgemoor Witch. Oh, Sedgemoor Witch is probably coming out unless well, that's a late Tolarian Academy. It's not the deck for it though. I'm not gonna hate it. It's just not worth it. The moment Sedgemoor Witch is out. Ghost Vacuum is good. Sink into Stupor is just good as some redundancy, although the life on the Spurific Spring side can really be impactful with Infernal Grasp, Dismember, Snuff Out, Vamp Tutor in deck. Right? Like, we got 4 things, and we've got a Shockland. Like, we already have some pain happening. So it's that. I guess this is Blood Tithe Harvester, but I think that's good with Voldaren Epicure. A little 1-2 combo, but no. Yeah, my other choice is like Ghost Vacuum to hate Graveyard Shenanigans, but I just think that Sink into Stupor will be better in this deck. So I'm going to take that. Brain Freeze. So, could have had it all. I'm passing the same to... Ooh. I think I'm going to hate Brain Freeze here. So there's Grim Monolith, which is good with Mind Twist. It's good with Harvester of Misery. It's good with Time Spiral, but it's not really great with the rest of my deck. There's Skull Clamp, which is fairly decent with my deck. There's Bitter Triumph, which is good. But the upside for someone else on passing Brain Freeze is so big that I'm gonna remove that possibility from other people's things. Oh, and now we get Fire Covenant. Okay, well, we'll take that and see what we can do. I like that so much more than Leon in this deck. I mean, we passed on the Deluge. This is an ouchie deck. So at the moment, also, this is 23 playables. Unless I'm counting Sync into Super as a land, which I don't really want to. I'd rather have it as interaction, just because I'm low on counter magic. So I'd rather play 17 lands plus Sync into Stupor. And yeah, I mean, this deck has a pretty good game plan if it gets there. We're not going to find a Hull Breacher or Bowmaster at this point. That would just be ridiculous insanity. I mean, 29 plus 8, 37. There's 8 more. We get 1 more fresh pack. So maybe if all the world's gone mad. There's Lion's Eye Diamond, of course. Of course. Just to gut punch me. Would I trade Barrowgoyf for Underworld Bridge at this time? I absolutely would. Yes. No duh. So, my bad. Sorry about that. Teaches me. I'm going to take Prismatic Vista, though. This is a classic thing. I don't feel worried about passing Lion's Eye with the state of things. Like, where I've hated. I'm just going to take Black Cleave. Make my mana, again, more consistent where I can. If I had 1 more fetch, I'd probably take Underground Mortuary and just be like, yeah, I can do that. I could, if I'd taken LED, I could take Yogg-Will here and try to have assembled combo anyway. But that's not what we're doing. There's Spar's Headquarters, which doesn't do anything for me. There's nothing here that really does much. I guess I've passed Grim. I haven't passed Basalt, but I passed Zerda. I'll take Forensic Gadgeteer in case. Just as a hate draft. Crabomination, Talisman of Dominance. I don't feel bad about passing either green card. It's either hate Crabomination or hate Talisman. I'm not hating Rafine. I guess I'll hate Talisman. I passed an Urza that direction too. We got a Dark Ritual. I genuinely think I'm going to play that. It's pretty solid in this deck. I'll pass Woodfall Primus as a notable card. Take Blood Tithe. That could come in certain matchups. Ooh, Bitter Triumph. Okay. Then now we're looking at making some cuts. And a last pick Sylvan. Classic. Pretty classic. So this is 15 lands plus Sync into Stupor. So 2 cuts. I do think I'm going to cut Infernal Grasp over Bitter Triumph. But just the ability to hit Planeswalkers and not pay life occasionally is big. I like Dark Ritual. I like all these. Overlord. Overlord's good. I mean, I don't have any reanimates, so it's not as good. And I don't have any creature payoffs for my wheels. It's just Narset. I have no way to get it back if I mill it. So it's a little unfortunate with Overlord, but Overlord's great, especially like even off of just like Dark Ritual on an Overlord on turn 3 is pretty scary. Yeah. I do think this deck is going to need to make sure it's got its interaction up. Oh, Voldaran Epicure is an easy cut. That's doing nothing. So we're really only playing 2 red cards, so we probably don't even run any mountains. Yeah. Man, seeing Brain Freeze, Frantic Search, and knowing we could have had LED in, that's disappointing, but the price we pay. So this is everything, and then what is my red count? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, for Prismatic Vista. Yeah, it locked my red in so well. So I think this is what we're gonna run. No power, but and no like Bowmaster's a Hull Breacher, but I think this is still a pretty solid deck. And I'll catch you in match 1. Alrighty. We have a match 1 with an interesting opening hand, but between Dismember and the redraw with Thought Scour, I'm going to keep this, and we're on the draw. Alright, we got some early interactive stuff if we get, in general, and then especially if we draw black. Chromatic Star. Not the opening I love to see from my opponents. Gonna pass here, hold up Dismember or Thought Scour, depending on how I feel. Just depending on how I feel. An early true name also can just be brutal. I haven't cast a lot of early true names. Ooh. In black for Thoughtseize? We're just digging for another land? I don't know what this is. Sylvan Safekeeper, okay. Imperial Seal, okay. Don't know what they're getting. I am going to Thought Scour here because I would rather Harvester than Dismember. So I'm hoping to hit a black source, yeah. So yeah, definitely going to cast Thought Scour. This gets any non... Yes, it's just not just among the milled cards. Yeah, just from your graveyard. Once again, oh, I'm going to mill them. Duh. This is awesome. Cool, milled their Soul Ring. I totally forgot to do that. Everyone who's yelling at me to do that. Thank you. Benefits of Thought Scour over the other one that I can't remember the name of for some reason. Here I'm just going to play this Bloodstained Mire. They definitely have Titania in hand. So I'm going to hold up Mana Leak for something I think is significant, and then also have, if they don't play anything this turn, I'll just Harvester the Sylvan Safekeeper. That needs to get Mana Leaked. Bloodstained Mire, crack it. Go get Badlands. Mana Leak that. Definitely gonna just Mana Leak that. Gonna hit me for 1. Boop. I draw here, and then I am just gonna cast out True Name to start getting a clock down. And then next turn, I will removal spell the Sylvan Safekeeper. Again, with them tuning for Soul Ring, I'm guessing they don't have other acceleration for their Titania that's in hand, almost definitely. Tireless Tracker. Got the Shrine tapped. Ooh, looking at a 4-color deck over there. No attacks, as I would expect. Here I'll play Black Cleave. Cliffs. And I am just going to cast Dismember, paying the life. I'm worried that I mean, I feel like they would have gotten Titania if they needed it. I just don't know what to do. Okay, so if I hit Tireless Tracker, they're probably just going to let it die. I need to hit Sylvan Safekeeper here. So here's the thought process that I have, which is I can Harvester if need be. I would prefer not. Oh, no, I'm not going to Harvester here. Okay, they give that Shroud. Cool. Playing Harvester next turn, it does kill my own True Name, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just going to cast out Overlord and impend it. Yes, we will get back Barrowgoyf. That's pretty awesome. No, I need my life total to stay a little higher now. So Harvester gets to kill the Sylvan Safekeeper before the Titania comes down in 2 turns without it being able to be saved by, what's it called? You know the card. Sylvan Safekeeper itself. Yeah, this is unfortunate. They're checking for... Well, it's unfortunate they get to see it, but they're probably checking for Force Will or something, which means they might have a little bit of acceleration. Windswept Heath. Okay, they have Lotus Petal Titanias at their last 2 cards, because that's super unfortunate. Harvester is not big enough to kill. Oh, Sowing Mycospawn. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Not super worried about... Oh, Strip Mine. Okay. Strip Mine's exciting. Hitting Badlands. Yeah, cutting me off another source of... black. Yeah, I don't have any acceleration in my deck. Oh! Sometimes you just get lucky, you know? Sometimes you just get lucky. And I get to even hit the Tireless Tracker because they didn't scale it, which is kind of huge. Let's cast Dark Ritual. And then let's cast Okay, and they concede. So yeah, clearly they had Titania as the last card in hand. Their game plan was draw another land, Titania, and get to scale. It's not get to scale, and get to combo. They also get to get Strip Mine back, lock me out of mana. It was going to be terrifying, but I drew the one card in my deck that let me deal with it. They also weren't guaranteed to do that next turn. Just full disclosure, like full transparency from a fairness perspective. Like they weren't going to definitely do that. Knowing they have Imperial Seal, Thought Scour is awesome. I don't really want to cut anything. Yeah, we'll just leave it as is. Yeah, because they had Titania in hand. They didn't have the land. I'm going to keep this, despite the lack of blue and a double blue card, because Douthie and Overlord are such potent magic cards. But it feels bad. They probably have, like, land Soul Ring here. That's my guess. Show me the Soul Ring. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Fast Bond. Oof, they do. Iggy. Okay. Let's go. This is awful right now because it's like I'm gonna go for Douthie. It's guaranteed that I can do Douthie. It's not guaranteed. Well, maybe I should have done a blue because I can get to Mana Drain or I can get to Overlord next turn, and it gives me choices. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna get to Douthie anyway, so this is even worse. Yeah, if I'd known about that. Well, huh. Well, huh. Don't even really want to Overlord here because of this Dismember. Sure, let's pass. This is the problem with this deck type, and especially with like Fast Bond. This. Okay, we're just gonna do this now then. You can take Overlord, and then I have basically nothing. But I get to remove your one threat. Oh, Retrofitter Foundry? Okay, but no more lands, so at the moment, not even the biggest problem. Another island would be pretty big. They should attack. Okay, they're not attacking. Strange. Okay. Wheel of Fortune is such a bad draw here. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna snuff out this Ignoble Hierarch before the next turn. They're so mana starved that I'll let them Retrofitter first. Yep, they make the 1/1 servo, and then I'm just gonna go. The chance they draw something that they have to cast off of Ignoble existing instead of off of, like, 2 mana. They kept Fast Bond Forest hand? I don't... I mean, Wheel is awful here. Unless I get Narset, but even a Narset off the top I can't cast right now. Urza's Saga? I mean, Urza's Saga gets Soul Ring in a couple turns. That's a little scary, but I got such... Okay. Let's do Vista. I'm just going to crack it right away for blue. There's no world where I want anything besides blue here. And pass. And now they're probably going to hit a land, and that's going to be devastating. Maybe sacking? Oh, okay. Okay. I kind of expected to more go wide, especially with the possibility of Karnstrucks coming down. Oh, wow. Oh, wowie. I can't believe they didn't hit a land in all these draws. That's a little bit crazy. But I guess... Oh, okay. Elvish Mystic is fine. Yeah, we've got this Bitter Triumph. I'm just going to hit. What am I doing, by the way? That would have been awful. Hit that. Discard this swamp. Now Saga goes and gets Soul Ring. But, okay, they make a 4/4. Again, they actually have a clock here. Yeah, I guess going for the go wide strategy was not better. at all. They know about Mana Drain. So they can either play into it or play around it. Okay, they got Windswept Heath here. They just retrofit a ring? Yeah, okay. I don't know about Wheel of Fortune. Come on, something relevant. Okay, Dark Ritual is semi-relevant. It allows for a Narset Wheel of Fortune turn. I think I need to wait one more turn to see what I can see. Cool, they eat that with Ghost Vacuum, expected. They sack that. Go get a Surveil land, probably. Underground Mortuary. I haven't really looked at the art for this card. Oh, it's a more... Duh. It's pretty cool art. How have they drawn no lands? I guess they've drawn a land. They drew the Windswept Heath, but they lost a land to Urza Saga. Okay, boom. I really need something to happen in the next turn. Okay, this draw is super important. Barrowgoyf is actually humongously big. Like, both physically and conceptually. Obviously, Ghost Vacuum makes it worse. There's creatures in both bins. There's instants in both bins. They have to eat Urza's Saga, basically, now. To shrink this one, and then eat... Oh, no, there's an Exploration in bin, too. They have no really good targets. They should eat Dauthi Voidwalker, probably. But they're not going to shrink Barrowgoyf that way. Now if they eat... Oh, no, there's Elvish Mystic, Ignoble, and Scythe Cat. Okay. Yep, making that. We've got no good attacks. I've got a hard counter up. Yep, Soul Ring's fine. Soul Ring is A-okay. Wait, they got Ghost Vacuum off Urza Saga, I just realized. That's wild. Not getting Soul Ring with Retrofitter out? That didn't even click for me. Somehow. I've been so locked in on my draws. No attacks here. Cool. And then we go to my turn. Yep. Thought Scour. I actually am going to hold that up because I want to leave up Mana Drain still. Can I maybe mill them out? Yep. I'm just going to pass. They're probably going to eat. I don't know what they're going to eat here. Just something from my bin in general. Are they going to make a flyer? Yep, okay. So their plan now is to kill me in the air. Fair enough. But I can start attacking with Barrowgoyf and gaining back some life and getting some card advantage. Although it does... Okay, they've got 4 mana at the moment for Ghost Vacuum. That is still relevant, both from a Dauthi and an Overlord perspective. If they mill themselves at all significantly, I can basically hit them for another 7. No, not 7. I get another 8, because I need the last draw to actually kill them. So if they milled 11 cards, or drew 11 cards, but at that point I've just lost the game. Right? There's no way that's happening. Okay, just swinging for 1. Cool. No blockers. Hit me. Cool. We are going to Thought Scour them. And then I'll draw. Drawn Time Twister. Way worse for me. There's Narset. Okay. Okay, we've got a plan now. Definitely casting Dark Ritual here. And then 1, 2, bop, bop, Narset. And then red and black for a Wheel of Fortune. They get 1 card out of this. I still don't know if I can win this game. They still got Ghost Vacuum up, so Emperor of Bones goes down super significantly in doing anything. I guess I'll minus Narset. Oh, they had Bone Shards. Damn. Miss. Harvester Misery would have been huge. Damn it. Okay. Miss that. Swing with Barrowgoyf. They chump it, and then I take 7, 8, 9, 10 on the backswing, but I have Emperor of Bones to block, so I don't quite die. Yeah, I guess I just gotta swing. Let's make an attack here. They have no exiles that actually shrink Barrowgoyf. They're probably gonna kill Barrowgoyf here. Okay, yep, just chump it. Boom. Oh, and they sack it. I'm just dead. Okay, I have lost this game. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, on the play now. I've got nothing that destroys artifacts, which sucks. Like, nothing. Time Twist is actually, like, kind of a non-bow with a lot of the stuff. That's a game where just a main deck Brain Freeze actually could have, like, done something good. Storm Tracer's talent is fine. Maybe this is a game where Time Spiral is really bad in this matchup. I'm supposed to bring in Storm Tracer's talent. Sure, let's try that. Time Spiral is also just like not the best in this deck in general, and I think that moving to a slightly more aggressive plan that also gives me some later game recursion on stuff. I mean, the Ghost Vacuum is definitely annoying. Yeah, that was definitely very relevant there. Well, no, I didn't have an opportunity to live. I guess I just needed to not attack. And if the Ghost Vacuum didn't exist, yeah, maybe there's some stuff I could have done. But yeah, their hand disruption is definitely quite good. There's a reason I was worried about it. Okay, yes, this is a definite keep on the play. We get to lead on Storm Chaser's talent. We can very easily get to Mana Drain. We can get to Bitter Triumph. But we're going to start off with just a Storm Chaser's talent. Make an Otter. Pass their turn. They lead on okay, Underground Mortuary is actually pretty good. I'm hoping to draw like an island here. Because Mana Drain would really set me up to be in a good spot. Especially because if I Mana Drain them, then I get to recur the Mana Drain with the Storm Chaser's talent. Even if it's just like a 1-drop. That is not what that is. We are going to move to combat, attacks, bop, bop, bop. Emperor of Bones. Say go. I'm guessing there's going to be hand attack here. They just have such density of it that I can't imagine there's not going to be at least one piece cast. Yep, Thoughtseize. Fair enough. Probably taking... It's either Mana Drain or Bitter Triumph, I would guess. I can't see where we're taking Harvester here. It's just not that scary on this board. Like, at all. I also made a mistake by playing Erdwork there. That was definitely a moment to play Black Cleave Cliffs. Because now if I draw an island, I'm going to want to play that to be able to hold up Mana Drain. Unless they take it. And... then I have to put Black Cleave Cliffs on 4, which then enters tapped. So it's like this unfortunate little 1-2. I mean, you're taking Bitter Triumph. Okay, interesting. At the moment, they're relying on the fact that I don't have the double blue. So blue off the top? No. Okay. That's not bad, though. Begin combat. I actually don't know. I haven't seen ways for them to recur stuff, so I'm just going to not target anything. I have Barrowgoyf in deck, and I want Sorcery Instant in bin. Bop, bop. Hit them for 3. So between Harvester and Dismember, I've got good removal, and then I'm hoping to at some point get to Mana Drain. Ooh, they're going to hit Island here. Oh, are they going to cast... Walk-in closet. Okay. Yeah, that's super not good for me. Let's play this and move to combat. Done. Attacks. Swing for 3. Because they still need to answer my stuff. And at the moment, they don't have any way to... what's it called? They don't have any way to play multiple lands in a turn. So a fast bond or an exploration here would definitely be very bad. I mean, a fast bond would just mean I have no lands, right? Which means I kind of lose. So if if their play next turn is fast bond, I'm just boned, right? But if it's something deal withable, I'm in an okay spot. I mean, okay, let's see. Fast bond, I mean, at least gives them also... Oh, no, it doesn't give them infinite mana. Scythe Cat Cub. Ugh. What? Oh, right, they can take out 2 things. Right, okay. I just could not comprehend that play for a second. Cool, they take out 2 lands. With that. Then... If this was a land, that would have been actually awesome. We're going to... discard a card targeting that. I don't have any black. Okay, we are going to dismember. Hit them for 4. I suck. I wanted to hit strip mine. It's okay. It's okay. We all misclick sometimes. They're at 7. I mean... If they want to spend this turn strip mining me again, they could actually be in a spot where I'm just going to kill them. So they kind of need to make actually a real play. Especially if I draw a swamp. Okay, they're going to go for another strip mine turn. No, they can't. Okay, they're going to play 6. That makes way more sense. Sweet. We'll do that. We're going to get... Badlands. Now we're gonna get Underground Sea. Black. So if I do that, then they no, I get to hit them for 4 here, yeah. Because it forces them to deal with stuff. I'm just gonna pay 3 life, hit that. Prowess. Boom. Begin combat. I mean, I guess I'll hit 6, just in case, because it gets to recur a land when I do it. Hit them down to 3. I mean, this is the problem with the strip mine combo stuff, right? Is you need to also have proactive plays. And Scythe Cat Cub's a proactive play. Bristly Bill can be a really proactive play in this kind of deck. But I had a turn 1 and 2 attackers. And I also just threw. Like, if I had not just thrown, I don't know how this game would also turn out. Because if I lose here, it's going to feel awful. Because I could have exiled strip mine, right? Maybe that's my head. I mean, they probably have... Let's say they have a 4-drop in hand. They've got another land. They want to play that out more. They know about Harvester. So, like, and they know about... Okay, you can take a counter spell. I don't know what their game plan is here. I mean, obviously they haven't conceded, so obviously they have something. Okay, hitting Underground Sea. That makes sense. You can't hit another land. That's just not a play that's allowed. Cool. They have a cast. Exploration. Okay. Shifting Woodland. Elvish Mystic. This is not where you want to be. Let's go. Thought Scour, Prowess, Mildew Draw. Okay, we did it. I can't believe we did that. And then we get to put, we win. Sweet. Okay. Well, despite a massive misplay, We won. And I think, like, I love Strip Mine. I love Wasteland. I'm a Lands player in Legacy. Well, actually, more recently I've been a Miracles player because I haven't played a Legacy event in a while. But I'm a Lands player in Legacy traditionally. I love the pattern of waste locking people in that. In Canlander, I love Lands. Strip locking people's fun there. We saw a core issue with it, which is when you can't get that exploration or fast bond consistency, you lose out on the ability to actually strip lock people who are aggressive, right? Like, aggressive decks are everywhere, aggressive plays are everywhere. The Ragavans, the Psychic Frogs are out there. Hell, the Emperor of Bones are out there, right? The Inties are out there. The Broadside Bomber, like, the cards that kill you quick. And even cards like that was turn 7. They were just blocking themselves out of land every turn. And I'll admit, I got super lucky and drew 1, 2, 3 black sources, right? That's a luck sack type move. But I kept a hand with a lot of black sources, number one. But then also, like, you need to be prepared for your opponents to just draw lands in the strip mine and the wasteland situation. Like, you just need to be ready for that. So, yeah, I mean, again, love the concept, love the decks that do it, but this was a great example of a deck that just did not have, well, it had the pieces, but just this was an example of a hand that did not have the pieces and was all in on a plan that just did not end up working out. So let's get to match 2, see if we can recreate another win, hopefully where we don't get almost strip locked out of the game, and I'll see you there. Alrighty, we are on the play against Goomy with the Brainstorm logo up here, and ooh, logo. Icon? I guess the logo is not the worst way to phrase that, but it's not ideal. I think I'm going to lead on Synchronous Stupor tapped. Yeah. And with this Dark, I'm going to keep this. With this hand, I can use Dark Ritual to accelerate out Overlord of the Bailmark. That could change depending on what my opponent does. But I do feel like Dark Ritual is one of the cards in my deck that lets me kind of have some more explosive starts. I don't hate having it in my opener. It's definitely a lot better to have it in my opener than to draw it later in the game, right? I just think I get a lot more out of that. So, yeah. Pass through this. No plays. What are they going to do? Once upon a time, 2 green decks. And everybody says green doesn't get played in Cube. Ooh, turn 1 Hex Drinker. Okay. Gonna draw. Oh, okay. That's intriguing. Not sure what I want to do here now. I'm gonna play a Blazemire Verge just because I don't want to give them black in case they're playing black. And then my plan is gonna be to Bitter Triumph their Hex Drinker after they start leveling it up, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Once they've sunk another mana or 2 into it. Boop. Okay. See what they do here. If they just land level Hex Trigger twice, that's pretty great for me. Level once. Land, level twice. And then with that on the stack, I will. Bitter Triumph. Yeah, I'm going to try to play out all my lands, so. Okay, and then here, with that being their mana base, I'm going to go Urborg, Dark Ritual, we'll pay for it with all black, and then cast Overlord of the Bailmark. I have nothing to return. Yes. No targets. Okay, milled a bunch of lands, which isn't, I mean, I can just Wheel of Fortune next turn, honestly. Although, this isn't a May, right? Yeah, it's just mill 4. So I do have to be aware with Wheel of getting low in cards in deck. Okay. We got 4 colors at the moment. Minsk and Boo. Okay, luckily, Boo can't actually... So a removal spell here would be huge. Because Boo can't attack here. And so getting to... kill Boo with a removal spell and then kill Minsk and Boo with Overlord. That's not ideal. Yeah, let's shock in. Well, I should have probably just played that instead of shocking in Water Grave. Yeah. I don't have any red that's relevant. Do I have relevant blue on one? Yeah, I guess I do. So we'll do it this way. Nope. I need the red anyway. Dodoy. Wheel of Fortune. Snuff out and dismember. I'm gonna dismember this here. Bop, bop, bop. Kill that. Attack. Kill Minskin Boo. Yes. Returning. Oh, we can also get back a Planeswalker. That's kind of interesting, but I'm just gonna get back Concealing Curtain here. I'm actually getting kind of low on cards in deck. Like, this can't even swing. I mean, it can swing 4 times. Okay, Swords to Plowshares. Fine. That's cool. Gets my life total back up. I'm going to have... What would be best if they played out, like, 2 small creatures here? Nadu does not fulfill that request. Let's snuff out Nadu. I got Worldly Tutor. Let's just play this. Let's go Concealing Curtains, and then I'm going to flip Concealing Curtains. What do you have? Oh, okay. Ugh, I really don't like Questing Beast being there, but Recall is such a problem. So we're going to take Recall. And pass the turn to them. They went for Nadu over Recall, which is interesting. Worldly Tutor and Upkeep. Okay. I'm not sure what they're going to get. Getting Eternal Witness to get back Recall. Next turn. They can't even play Questing Beast here. I don't hate this. So, Worldly Tutor's gone. Worldly Tutor's gone. Ancestral's gone. Breeding Pool's gone. They are casting E-Witness. Okay, they had the forest. They're going E-Witness and Ancestral. Okay. Yeah, they can definitely go for that, because I'm going to Harvester in second main, which just clears the E-Witness for free, and also blocks well with Questing Beast. Hit them before I play Harvester, obviously, so I get 3 damage instead of 1. They can't hold up No More Lies. They've already played a land this turn. So this... I'm messing something up. Okay, this is here. What did they reveal? They revealed Worldly Tutor, Breeding Pool, Questing Beast, No More Lies, Ancestral Recall, Botanical Sanctum. This island isn't there. Okay. Oh, they're getting Minskin Boo back. Okay. So, the one big issue with Minskin Boo that we're going to see here in a minute. Okay, it does kind of change up how I want to do things. Time Spiral will be good at some point. Let's go... This is tricky. So the advantage of Baleful Mastery, so they can go Minskin Boo with No More Lies up? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to give them a card off this, but I'm gonna swing with Revealing Eye. They play Minskin Boo basically, and with Minskin Boo's trigger on the stack, you can kill it. So they get the 1/1 Boo, but they don't get any value off of the... They just get a 1/1 off of it, basically. Sadly, I'm going to give them a card in order to evade that. But then I'll just Time Spiral to reset a bunch of stuff. They do get Ancestral back, potentially, then. Yeah, this is an unfortunate situation, because it's basically like, I know about this No More Lies. It's better than, playing into the No More Lies, right? But they have a lot of pressure on hand. Just some great cards to provide what? That has to be a misplay, right? Okay. can hit me. I'm so confused right now. That had to be a misclick. Okay. Yep. Minsk. So what's? I'll show you right now. Minsk and Boo comes down. This triggers on the stack. I'm going to pay 2, and I'm going to bail for mastery. Minsk and Boo enters the exile zone. They make a 1/1 Boo. They play a land. They pass to me. I'm not going to Harvester here. Dark Ritual's been used. Yeah. Let's go to my turn. Underground Sea. Okay. Huh. So yeah, I'm actually going to keep back. So if I knew Normalize was gone, right? I would, if they didn't have a Normalize, I would just play Harvester here because it trades with the Questing Beast and it wipes their board. But what I want to be able to do is block Questing Beast with Revealing Eye and then channel Harvester of Misery to kill it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 2 turns away. I should have played out this Blackleaf Cliffs. I'm 2 turns away from being able to Time Spiral through a Normalize. They probably have another counterspell in their deck. Okay, everything's forests now. Oh, Questing Beast comes down. Yep. Just gonna trade with Revealing Eye here. Let's block. Let's channel on Questing Beast. Bump. I just need to not die. Is the big thing. Oh, okay, that's super intriguing. So what I can do is cast this for... I cast it for 1 and then still... No, I'm just going to cast it for 4. Oh, that's all I need to cast it for. Let's target them and then pay 4. Boom. No cards in hand. They're going to cast out No More Lies. Oh, they're going to cast Reprieve. Okay. Well, it's good to get that out of hand. I think I just need to fire it off for 2 now here. And hope to hit No More Lies. They're going to cast No More Lies on it. Okay. Yep. Nope. And then they're going to hit me for a few. They've got a Botanical Sanctum in hand. I'm not worried about what they have in hand, though. Yeah, got a Botanical Sanctum in hand. They hit me for 3 here. I go to 7. They have another counter spell. That's awful. Okay, Lotus Cobra, Delighted Halfling. Yeah, they're dumping their hand, which does suck. Ooh, True Name. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, can't cast True Name here if I want to do the thing, so we'll just go for broke. I am dead on 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually not dead on board at the moment. Time Spiral. Wow, that was an awful draw. I guess I probably should have played Blackleaf Cliffs first. Okay. I guess I should kill Delighted Halfling. No, they've got Questing Beast in deck. I need to hold up Bitter Triumph. But if they have... Whoa, what's this? Worldly Tutor for Questing Beast. For Nadu? What? Okay, I guess I'll hold up Bitter Triumph then and I'll... That feels wild. Questing Beast. I don't know why we paid for it that way. I'm going to mana drain this. Oh. Okay. That was a terrible redraw. I mean, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, Lelia. Sounds good. Going to cast Bitter Triumph on that. Discarding a swamp. Yep. They get to hit me for 5. I mean, I'm almost guaranteed dead here. They cast Nadu out, and then I need a removal spell plus, like, Barrowgoyf to live. So. Okay, they don't cast Nadu for some reason. Okay, we have a Time Twister. I'm going to play this blue. I'm going to add a blue and this and pay 2, and I'm going to Time Twister, I guess. Time Twister. Do they have a counter spell? Why would they not have... Okay, that's fine. Let's go black and then pay yes. Let's have it happen. Holy shit. I'm just dead. Okay. Infinite lands. Infinite lands. Okay, what do I want to change up here? Do I want to cut a land? Almost. I'm on the I'm on the play now. No, I don't really want to cut a land on the play. They're doing the naughty thing. I do want to bring in Infernal Grasp. I feel like this is a matchup where it's very... I'm going to cut Time Spiral. It's just that's too slow and not... It's clunky. This is a matchup where you don't really want to give them the ability to refresh. You want to kind of grind them out. Again, it's a mana drain hand with just not a lot of blue. But... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I think. It's going to depend on their turn 1 play. That's just why Vamp Tutor is actually pretty good, I feel, in this spot. It's much better than Imperial Seal. I can go get Dark Ritual to Mind Twist them with Dark Ritual. We're just going to play Black Cleave Cliffs and pass. And see what they do. Mox Emerald. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nadu on turn 1. Lelia on turn 1. That's unfortunate. I get hit for 3. I'm just going to make them discard the rest of their hand, though. Get hit for another 4. So I'm going to go down to 11 off of this, but I'm going to have a hand and they won't. Yeah, or do I just Infernal Grasp first? I think I just Infernal Grasp first. I think that's just better, and that makes this play a lot worse, but Lelia is just such a card advantage, like, fiend. Okay, they cycle Jet News Guard, and that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, this has worked out beautifully. Black, Dark Ritual... Mind Twist them for all of their cards. And say go. I mean, I know I don't have... I'm way behind on mana. Okay. Pass. A blue source would be so huge, dude. Come on. A blue source. Not a big thing. Okay, Corey Steelcutter. And they've got... Okay. Yeah. I'm probably going to lose this game. That's absurd. No! Say... Okay, and I'm even losing to people who are playing incredibly suboptimally. That's infuriating. I'm not going to do the Harvester of Misery thing, because I want to be able to... Like, if I can hit 2 more lands before they kill me, I can wipe their board, probably. Jesus Christ. Minskin Boo? Yeah, I just lose to that. I don't quite lose to that yet. I mean, I just do. There's no outs to that. I'm going to concede. Okay. All right, so one eliminated. It's a little unfortunate. I think this deck could have gone farther. Obviously, that game one we just bricked on 2 wheels in a row, which is brutal. We've got so many cards that sort of answered that situation, like Barrowgoyf, um, Emperor of Bones would have helped. Harvester of Misery, obviously. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Um, I mean, it's actually. I mean, just looking at it, I didn't have too many. True Name would have helped, but I guess I didn't have as many as I thought. So maybe that's my bad. But I do still feel like I should have gotten more than 5 lands off the wheel. Again, hitting Baleful Masteries, hitting Dismount, like hitting more removal also would have been enough. I just didn't hit I hit 2 removal spells and 4 lands, so that's just and 5 lands. That's just not good enough. So yeah, didn't really get there. That's pretty disappointing. Obviously, if I had taken the Underworld Breach, this deck goes in a totally different direction. So Underworld Breach, like over this Barrowgoyf, with the wheel, we have the Frantic Search, we have the Brain Freeze late, we saw an LED, like the deck just explodes in power. So that's a little bit on me. For it's like I took the safe, reliable card, and obviously we saw how Barrowgoyf is an incredibly potent card. We saw it in one of our games there. It's a very reliably good card. But again, the deck losing out on some of that versatility, like that explosive win potential, is a big hit. And I think in general on the Moto Cube and sort of like the LSV Cube and some of that stuff, you can, hell, even the Alpha Frog Cube, you can afford to make those plays because without the combo of sort of like Time Vault and the combo of Thought Circle, Demonic Constellation setting the pace of the games so rapid, many more decks, like most decks end up in this sort of more mid-rangey spot. Even the artifacts decks. But when you get into Power Mac and stuff, you need to take combos. So that's part of the reason you see people drafting combos so highly in those sorts of decks as opposed to like how I tend to draft the Moto. You'll see my drafting style totally changes. Even the way I draft aggro. Like this deck for Power Mac is pretty terrible, honestly. It doesn't have enough counterspells. It's got 2 counterspells plus Sink into Stupor. It's got one sort of combo that wins the game, but it doesn't even really win the game truly. It doesn't have any hand disruption besides Mind Twist, which is fine, but doesn't. It's slow without any fast mana here. Like we had Dark Rituals are only fast mana for it. And the creatures that it has are winning the game, but they're not winning it insanely fast. They're winning it over the course of a couple turns. It's like over the course of 4 turns. It's not like Broadside Bombardiers where you can suddenly clear a blocker and hit someone for 7 and then hit someone for 8 and then like it's not that fast. So I think this was a pretty solid deck for Moto Cube stuff. Snuff Out and Dismember and like the removal package was sweet. Maybe I over prioritized removal a little bit. We never got to see Douthie do like anything, which was unfortunate. That could have been quite good. I never drew Fire Covenant. Saw a lot of Time Spiral. Saw a lot of Overlord of the Baelmerk. Sorry, saw a lot of Harvester of Misery. I didn't see a lot of Overlord of the Baelmerk. Overlord wasn't even that good in this deck. I think another thing that could have made this deck good, obviously, is like if I had just been able to get a Chain combo, because that makes Vamp Tutor and Overlord of the Baelmerk a lot better at sort of finding pieces for that. Our match 1 was pretty cool. Getting the Thought Scour, their Soul Ring off the top was awesome. And then getting to see sort of grinding through Strip Mine was pretty neat. I mean, again, even with my massive mess up in game 2. And then the second match, yeah, I think game 1 I kind of got scammed out of a victory, or at least the ability to fight for a couple more turns there. And then game 2, I kept a hand that had a game plan, but then they went double Moxen on the they went double Moxen, right? They're on the draw, but double Moxen into Lelia is an insane start. I had the removal spell, but then they got Corey Steelcutter Ancestral. Like they had 3 pieces of power. My deck had none. They drew all 3 pieces of power that game. That's not a game I'm likely to win ever. So yeah, match 2 was unfortunate, but I think that's just the way it was drawn up. This is pre me adding the lands to my deck. Storm Chaser's Talent was fun in that one game. I had Brainstorm. Maybe I should have been on Brainstorm for some more selection for digging over like another piece of removal. But I was already off Infernal Grasp. I don't know. I truly think this draft would have gone a lot better if I had just picked Underworld Breach, but that's just not the way I draft usually. And that's also part of understanding how you like being good at drafting is understanding how you draft and sometimes fighting your instincts. I guess I should have probably fought harder there and been like, I should probably take Underworld Breach here. But I didn't. It worked out the way it worked out. Hope you had fun. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to do all the algorithmy stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out. Helps me out to keep doing this. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.